Everyone, we get the fingers out. Hopefully it'll refocus here. There, it's a zip line. You come up a little short. They quickly come out and get you. We ended up stopping here. Some are slow, some are fast, and they have to throw out blocks to send you, but that's the zip line in operation, so a little bit of a rescue from a slow pulley. Not much, took him a minute or two. So that's where we're at. We finally waded across the new river crossing here because it's relocated a couple times and this has been the deepest. So wasn't too bad. I crossed here, I made a little marker. So but it was maybe a foot and a half, 15, 20 inches deep. Deepest. It's kind of murky because from the river water. The ocean's pretty clean and clear. So it's the first time I've crossed in about a month, so I thought I'd shoot a couple videos while I'm over here. So I nicknamed this beach line Zip Line Beach. Usually a rider riding down, see if I can zoom in on them real quick. There they go. Coming down. There's two of them in tandem. White shirt and green helmet. Looks like they're going to make it all the way to the platform. Almost there. There's the worker getting pictures of them. There's the platform. They made it just perfectly. Some of them go quite a bit faster, some of them go slower. So that's the 800-meter zip line, 500, I think 550 peso or 500. Forget what I've been saying. So that's the ride. We followed all the way up there, if you can see it, all the way. Kind of fades out, but got a better shot on this one. But it's right up in there. You can kind of see it right in the middle of the video right now. A little launch pad. I think there's another one, it sounds like. You can hear it because the pulley on the table vibrates. Now they look like they're going to get stuck out there. To me, they're coming in kind of slow. Alright, lost track of them there. Let's see, it's kind of questionable. They may make it, they may come up a few meters short. I think short at this point. Just a little bit. There's some guys crossing the river now, so you can expect their height. Not up to the knee. Good morning! Yeah, they're a little short. They'll be able to maybe walk out and pull them through there. The photographer's helping out. So you get a picture. I'm not sure what that is. Probably 200 or 300 peso or something. 100 peso maybe. Pulls them to the next guy. Safe and sound. So that's the 800-meter zip line ride here in Sabang, Palawan, Philippines. These guys are carrying up, so they have the harnesses. So any supply gets hiked up. They hike along the beach up to the end of the beach there, and then up a rocky trail up into the jungle, I'll call it, and then back over to the platform where you usually pay and get hooked up and sign a waiver, and then they push you off. So it's probably about a 2 to 4 minute ride. Here comes somebody else somewhere here on the vibrant here. Pick them up here. I don't have a zoom in there in the light. I see. So that's that. I would recommend if you're adventurous, checking it out if you have trouble walking or heart issues or something, you may not deal with it very well. But you can walk over from Sabang or and wade across that, or they have a little raft that crosses the river up there that they'll tell you cross if you're here around 9 to 3. As you get earlier or later than that, maybe not, but you can usually wade across unless the tide's up. So, and I recommend down here, up there it's really rocky. So not so good because you may trip over a rock and fall in. I think somewhere around them flags is where the trail is that goes over to the official place. Here comes another one there. He's right by the boat right now. You're seeing when he gets in there. He's got some sort of zipping along. He's coming into the light now. Yeah. So yeah, they get groups of usually 8 to 12 people, and then they launch them. As soon as one makes it, they send another. So like I said, first time I've been able to walk over here because it's been a little deeper and I don't feel like getting my shorts all wet in my pocket, and I usually got my phone, so try to keep it up. So yeah, it's a really pristine this morning pretty much. Just a little debris at the water line there on the sand, but this beach is pretty much nobody living on it. Most of the people that visit this is probably the locals, natives. Some tourists, all the tourists who go to the zip line obviously see it. So pretty nice. We occasionally hike over past Frisbee. And you've got the mountains there in the backdrop, all around and across along Palawan coastline. Very beautiful island, highly recommended if you're looking for pristine wilderness and beaches and water and few people. Now if you get up to El Nino and Corona, then it's a little busy there. But even Sabang being a fairly major tourist spot because of the famous underground river, which is over here by that bigger mountain in the backdrop, because everybody takes leaves from Sabang. It's still relatively peaceful and quiet. I mean, you may have on average maybe a couple hundred people on a day in the off season. They say double or triple that in the winter season when people are, it's the tourist season. They have 2 seasons, tourist and off season here. So this is considered the off season. So it seems strange to me because both seasons are pretty nice. There's another person there. You can see him in the cloud back there. So once you get done about a quarter of the ride, it's most thrilling up there when you first jump because you're so high. And down here it moves pretty slow and it's gliding maybe about 3 or 4 meters over the water. Looks like they're going to come up short too. They got some faster pulleys and slower pulleys, so I think it's just that depends on what they end up handing you out. I don't think they think about it much. I'd rather have something faster. I think it's more exciting. But recommend that. I recommend seeing everything when you come here. I'm not sure. There may be other things that I'm aware of, but basically the Mango Grove boat tour is more for your, like a bird watcher, older person. You just sit and go about half hour up the river and back. I think it's a kilometer ride. They push you, paddle you, or push you with bamboo. It's over here, and then the zip line's a little more exciting. You have to be able to walk up some rocky hillside here, walk the beach. But the first one I would do, obviously, is the underground river boat tour. So supposedly it's the 7th. There's another one in the middle. wonder of the world, or natural wonder of the world. Longest river in the underground river in the world, if I'm thinking correctly. So yeah, during high tide, the water may be up there on that ridge there. Where you see the mark. But right now it's pretty low, so I gotta watch my time, because if I wait 2 or 3 hours over here, there'd be another meter deep potentially, which will make the river crossing a little more difficult. So it's pretty nice. There's wild native monkeys all over the place here, usually very early morning, most likely evenings. I've seen them walk and sit on the beach, maybe 10, 15, 20 of them. They all seem to be the same species. I asked and somebody said that's true, so I assume that's the case. But every time you come out, every day, every week, something's changing, and day to day you may find some coral, some sort of fish that's washed up, or I'm still looking for the gold, some gold treasure, doubloons or something. That'd be cool. I always think of that type of stuff, ancient shipwrecks that something finally washes up in a big typhoon. There's another rider, done about 8 or 9 of them coming down this short, did 11-minute video so far. There they go. Got a ways to go. You kind of see where they're at, and where they need to go is over that platform. But it's pretty exciting. The other thing is, so it's the underground river, the Mango Grove boat tour, the zip line, and then the native waterfalls are the major attractions here in Sabang. Of course, they have the little restaurants. It's a nice little province, barangay, or whatever you want to call it. Nice little tourist village. It's got some 2 4-star hotels, resorts, lots of little places you can stop. So it's something from anybody from, I think, around 25,000 pesos to 100 peso, as low as 100 peso per night. So whatever your budget and standard is, you're a backpacker and you're roughing it, and maybe you could even stay on the beach, pitch your tent or hammock and lay under the stars. I don't know if there's a law or anything against that or doing that, but I don't think you'd have much trouble, because this is not like where it's patrolled or policed much. So I've seen people out here all hours of the night, but generally 6 o'clock to 6 in the morning, there's very few, if any. But here's where the wild monkeys usually roam. There's some rocks up there. So it's pretty cool. Just thought I'd shoot another video and yap a little bit at you. That's about it. We'll probably make another one on down here. I was going to take you up the rocks and finish this one up and pan back. So yeah, this is the beginning foothills of the mountain. So this is how you expect as you go up the mountain. If you were to try to hike it or find the trail, I'm not aware of a trail that goes up. I'm not able to walk it if I probably. And it's so treacherous with different snakes and critters, and if you twist your ankle and you don't know where you're at, and lots of little branch offs where people live or hike, and there may be 100 twists and turns. So I would probably need a guide, or slowly pick away at it and piece by piece. But there's kind of what it looks like as you go up there, and like I said, many evenings the monkeys are sitting on the rocks and walking in the beach. I've taken their picture and seen their little paw prints. So there goes another rider. He's heading over. It's almost to the boat. See the boat? He's coming up to it. There's the platform back there. He's on the edge. He's on the boat. He's over the boat. All right, that's my time. Hope you've enjoyed the video and content, and Thanks for watching, and appreciate everybody. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. That's it from Terry's Philippine Journey here now in Palawan. Thanks for watching.